If you're 30 years old, you have plenty of time. You don't even know who you are yet. I think there's a lot of women who have this fear of like, I'm not going to meet my partner. I'm not going to have kids on time. I've said before that I think that women are, even if they have all this other stuff going on, like in the back of their mind, they are like, I need a partner. I want to have children. Not all women, right? I think some women reject that because they reject the idea of what they think that that means for their life. I think when women are kind of have that in the background, they worry that they're not going to meet the right person. They worry that they're not going to have kids. And that worry ends up making their behavior really weird. And then they do things that are not really authentic. And then they're either dating the wrong people or they're like pushing too hard on relationships to like get married and have children. And they're pushing their bodies and they're doing all kinds of weird things like freezing their eggs and like, just trying to plan for everything. When in my experience, what women need to do is go enjoy themselves and like enjoy their lives and really figure out who they are and learn how to become fully expressed women who know themselves deeply. And the big thing is you need to go from being a maiden to a woman. Number one, if you go into marriage as a maiden, you will only marry a daddy. That is not actually the fullest, greatest potential of a union that you could have. So the number one advice that I would give women is to figure out how you are going to be an emotionally mature woman, which is not what most 30-year-old women are. Most women, 30-year-old women are still in their maidenhood. They're still kind of like not totally responsible for their choices. They're kind of like victimized by things. They're sort of like blaming other people. They have a lot of like, they chose something and they're like, oh, but I didn't really choose that. And like, it doesn't even matter what the category in life is. It's sort of like to become a woman, you need to like be responsible for the energy in your body, the choices that you make, and the consequences of those choices.